Okay, hey guys.
Hey guys, if you can hear us well, add a sticker.
There's still 10 minutes left before this space officially starts, so why don't we wait on our guests and vibing to some soothing music first.
Yeah.
Get on your playlist even. All right, there's still 9 minutes, and I see some requests. Maybe you can left a question down there for our guests to answer, and in the comment section. We're about to kickstart this space very soon.
Peace to the world, peace to the kids. We all gotta hurt, we all gotta suffer. We all got a heart that bleeds on each other. We all had a mother, a sister, a brother, alhamdulillah. You worshiping the gospel, you never fall back. You conquering your color, the scars on your back. Conceived by the woman, the star you the brightest. Glorified death, crucified Christ, sleepy giant gun rest. Blonde hair, blue-eyed virgin ain't shit. Meditate backwards, church bells ring. Worldwide pin, footsteps, Ethiopian, old hunchback, looked back. My Belinda's hat starts punches, assumptions, seeking to.
Always keeping me up at night. Always gonna want another bite. I'm feeling all types of right with you. Never gonna want another taste. So maybe this song is safe. Cause I'm just so in sync with you. Girl, this thing got me feeling in my soul. And I don't know just how you do it. I lose control. And I don't want no conversations, no, don't need explanations. Will you tell me all the things I wanna know? Yeah, I'm feeling good, yeah. You wanna look so much, so much time, yeah. I just wanna see you all the time now, yeah. I'm gonna take a losing feeling when you're not by my side, oh, yeah. Really, how you fine? I told her I'll be down a while. I ain't living singing up all night. Sorry, darling, I just wanna stay up just wanna see tomorrow night. Go weather by the bask in the sunshine. Come find all of us just having a good time. Yeah, grab a little crayon at the punchline. Sublime, better kick it back and just unwind. Yeah, there's that cold breeze in the whip top down. I be feeling good about a lot now. Chin is up, felt like giving up. I was locked out, now I'm in the cut, chilling out. I'm a pop star, yeah. Sunny days, starry nights, road trips. About to see how far the van go with the whole clique, yeah. Out of sight, worries out of mind. Now we don't trip. All we do is let the sun soak in. Yeah, traveling, got no sense of direction. No clue where I'm going, but every second's a blessing. Enjoying all the scenery, always leaving me breathless. Keep my windows open, the air is fresher than breathless. You're something like a magnet. You got me, now I'm stuck. You look good in your makeup. Now show me how to love, 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 love. You take me up above, 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 above. I let you know what's up. I like it when you talk. I like you moving all around me like you're love, 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 love. I like you when you talk. I like you moving all around me like you're love. don't think I'm good enough, 'cause lately you've been saying things that make me crazy.
Three minutes counting down. The guests are on their way. Hi, Kase.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you doing today?
Yeah, not bad for Friday. How about you?
Nice to hear that. We're all good. I'm sitting here with the event right now.
Nice.
I'll be the host today, and Joss is kind of like my wing woman.
Great to meet you guys.
Okay, we are just waiting on other guests a bit. They're on their way right now.
Still have two guests on their way now. Okay, I see you, Miko.
Oh, wait a second. Let me.
You can send a request, Isasio. So Exathio is changing his device. And let's wait for him a little bit.
We're just starting in a bit. Oh, I see you. Is that here? Okay. So we're about to kick this off right now. I'll pass the mic to Ethan.
Yeah, hi guys, this is Evan from BitMetis, and I'm sitting with Jules today to co-host this GameFi Corner today. So let's get started. Can't believe that it was our 24th roundtable in just a blink of an eye. As usual, welcome to BitMetis Roundtable, guys. Also, there's gonna be some gifts from our beloved guests, including 100 USDT and 2 beta passes for this GameFi Corner. And yeah, without further ado, let's dive straight in. For our 24th roundtable, we have a group of awesome guest speakers in the house. Really nice to have them with us to share their stories and future plans at our roundtable. And really excited to hear about what they've been up to lately. Let's go through a little introductory session before we kick this off. Guys, can you share a little bit about yourself and your project so that our audience can better understand? How about we start with Puffverse? You are the first one came in today. Hi, Miko. I'm passing you the mic.
All right. Hello. Nice music earlier, by the way. Thank you for having me here. I'm Miko, representing Puffverse, which is a multi and interactive universe with characters as NFT assets, where players can experience different types of content in different scenarios. Well, that's our plan for this year. We are starting with a couple of games, but we plan to expand into the metaverse. So right now we have beta versions rolled out for PuffGo, which is a royal party game, probably similar to Fall Guys and Stumble Guys. This would be one of those things where it's accessible to both Web3 and Web2 users. And then we also have Pufftown on beta as well. It's a simulation game that would also present as that also contains some passive income generating opportunities. Eventually, we're gonna expand with two more products like Puffland, which is a platform for people to create games without needing to learn coding. And then Puff World, which is our metaverse building platform, with Passcard, which is our decentralized identity system that we'll come up with later in the year. So yeah, I'll be happy. I'm more than happy to talk about this project with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for introduction, Miko. So By the way, I have to say that I really like the idea that everyone is born different and everyone can confidently be their best self, which is written on the Puffverse website. So for the record, guys, you can directly enter the Puff Town right now. Don't forget to try it. Um, just like what Miko had said, due to the time limit, let's dig into more information about Puffverse in the following topics, maybe. So next we have Izathiel Santos. Don't know, am I correctly right? The co-founder of Nova Miningverse. Hey Izathiel, could you tell us something about the game?
Yeah, hello guys. Very nice to meet you. A pleasure to speak here with you. Thanks for the invitation. Yeah, my name is Isafio Santos, co-founder of Nova Miningverse. I'm aerospace engineer. So actually, we are in the business. So from long time ago, and we are mining. We are miners. So actually, we are mining in Georgia, not United States, Georgia country. Due to electricity price and so on. So actually, our main idea is okay. We are gonna build a game. Actually, we are building right now the game ecosystem. Because we are working in different games like roguelikes, um, virtual reality one. So we are building like several games. And actually, we are very different from others. Because we don't have two tokens. We have only one. I have to say that actually we didn't launch the token yet, but actually we are building one token, and actually the rewards will be the Bitcoin we are mining. So actually we don't have several tokens like other projects. We just have our token, and the rewards will be the Bitcoin we are mining. So actually, it's a very good idea because we are avoiding selling pressure. We are avoiding the main topic of the discussion, the pumps and dumps in the projects. So actually, that is a brief explanation of what we are building. Play to earn, actually we are calling play to mine. Because all the games are in a mine. So or mining related. So yeah, we are building like several games, and the reward will be the Bitcoin we are mining. So it is a very sustainable business.
Yeah, thanks for your introduction, Izathiel. I have to say that the gameplay indeed dazzles me because it's relatively novel in the current market, and I find that game mechanics highly relevant to the theme today. I just realized. Let's wait to see how Izathiel will answer the following questions. And I just realized that I made a mistake. You are the first one coming in, Kaze. Now I'm passing the mic to you. Please give an introduction of Portal Fantasy.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, great to meet you guys, and thank you so much for the invitation. So I'm Kase, the team lead at Portal Fantasy. So Portal Fantasy is a pixel RPG that's inspired by our love for the old school Nintendo sort of games. So it's a mixture of Pokemon with Zelda with a little bit of Minecraft. You can play as two main characters. So a hero, where you're the one who's exploring this magical kingdom called the Peely Kingdom. You're capturing and battling these creatures called Portals on your journey to explore deserts, forests, lava pits, and more, and completing quests and side quests. And as an architect, you can create these worlds for other heroes. So the idea is that you have your own inbuilt map editor, and you can do everything we can as a team, including writing your own side quests, making your own terrain, your own puzzles, and just watching everyone, trying to solve them or not to solve them if you make them too difficult. It's completely in browser. There's nothing to download. Loads super quickly. We're backed by some of the top tier funds and ecosystems in Web 2 and Web 3. We haven't quite launched yet, but we're gearing up very, very soon. Closed beta will be around the corner. It's completely multiplayer as well. You can see other people and chat to them. And yeah, we haven't launched our token either. We're being very careful around that. So very early days for us, but very exciting stuff coming ahead.
Yeah, thanks for your introduction, Kase. Uh, as far as I know, there are two roles to play in Portal Fantasy. I bet many players will have at least two odds to experience the whole plot. You can also learn more about the background supplements on their official webcomic. Uh, Thank you for all of your introduction. Super excited about all the amazing projects everybody's been working on right now. Basically, all of the introductions you brought about are described from the developer's side. However, things are multifaceted. So please let me ask on behalf of our audiences, what kind of experience users can expect from your game? Who, who's gonna answer the topic first?
Yeah, I
Maybe,
can go. I can go
yeah.
ahead if. Yep. So with our game, it's really a labor of love for us. We all loved the original kind of Pokemon games, original Zelda games, Final Fantasy, all the other kind of stuff that we grew up playing. And so what we decided from the beginning is we want to make a game that's super, super fun to play. And then the blockchain element is just something that is added on top only where it makes sense. It's not kind of shoehorned in at every moment in time. And we've given a lot of thought into how that kind of fits into our platform. The game itself has a lot of extra stuff. So think of it as almost like a modern MMO where you get to go and quest. There's side quests, there's main content, there's this huge world to explore as a hero. And as you're going through all of this stuff, you happen to encounter these creatures, which can be NFTs depending on if you want to be a Web3 player. If you're just a Web2 player, it's just a straight up kind of game, and then you can still kind of do all the features as you would expect. On the architect side, there's all this creativity that you can do because the tool that we're actually using in team to build a hero levels is the exact tool that architects will be able to use themselves. So it's not just putting down little tiles and making little areas. It's really sophisticated where you can actually put down traps, you can link things with NPCs talking, you can set multifaceted quest lines, for example, you can write your own dialogues, even put your own NPCs. And later on, we actually want to enable you to even make your own buildings and your own kind of cosmetics and characters as well in the game. So it's really trying to appeal to the collector, the player, as well as the creator.
Yeah, that makes sense. Next, maybe Miko.
All right. Yeah, amazing work that you guys are doing there at Portal Fantasy. To piggyback on the point, actually, yeah, on our side, we are approaching things in a more casual manner. We did emphasize that there's gonna be a metaverse, like a 3D universe that's gonna be connected to the game soon. So the overall idea here is that like you're gonna play using your NFT as your character, which you can customize, which you can upgrade to Puff Go and Puff Town, and then eventually we're gonna introduce social networking aspects to the game because of course with these party games like the ones we're building, it's the connections and friendships that we make along the way that would enhance the experience, which would be one of the defining factors for this game that we're playing. And on the development side, we do have a strong team of developers. These are people who have worked with Xiaomi, or on Xiaomi to be exact. So they know the mobile game industry like the back of their hand. So rest assured that strong development and like sense of an expertise in terms of building games that would appeal for both Web 2 and Web 3 users would be in play here for the Puffverse. Uh, yeah, I guess that's the overall experience that we're hoping to achieve through this project. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That sounds very exciting, actually. Um, and I totally understand where you're coming from. And this is really awesome. I think by the way, even is using Xiaomi's phone
Yeah.
from Xiaomi franchise. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty useful. Next we have Izatio. Hey, Izatio.
Yeah. So when we decide to launch the project, we were thinking about these new experiences, because all these play to earn games actually, or at least in the past, and at least the most famous one actually were pretty shit, because it was like there were no experience for the user, so that's why most of them are nowadays dead. So when we tried to fund the project, we were thinking about this ecosystem experience, So actually, that's the reason why we are preparing and developing different kind of games. I was mentioning that we are launching a roguelike one, like most similar to Zelda. I know that someone just mentioned just before Zelda Pokemon. So actually, these roguelikes. The roguelike game we are preparing is more similar than to these ones. And actually, we are preparing as well a virtual reality one, So actually, we truly believe that we are covering most of the relevant gaming experiences nowadays, We are offering like different kind of games to different kind of players. So actually, I think it is a very good match. And then talking regarding the roguelike, yeah, it is a PvE game, So actually, you are fighting or playing against the machine. So actually, we got like a different daily quest as well. We got like different challenges in order for the user to enter the meta, well, the Miningverse. They need an NFT that actually they can customize, upgrade as well. So we got like different characters. So there is like a complete experience the user can live. And then considering and regarding the virtual reality one is a very complex game, due to the graphics, due to the mechanics in the game. And actually, this game is gonna be a PvP. So the main purpose of this game is you have a friend or you got someone because we're gonna build a metaverse as well. So actually you got someone in the metaverse you wanna challenge. So actually it is very simple. It is a shooting game, and the main purpose is you have to defeat the other person, so the rival. So actually there are like different kind of games to different kind of gamers. And actually this is possible because we are working with a professional game studio located in Mexico. So actually these guys are working very very well with us, very hard. And the reason we are working with us is because they're founders as well of the project. So all this stuff allow us to offer like different complex products to different kind of gamers. So yeah, this is the experience we are offering.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I think mixing with the virtual reality, that must be something like really immersive to play with, and PvP always bringing out the competitive side of players, and I guess that will be a really appealing game to many game lovers. Okay.
Hmm. However, new games are popping up in a blast, even though the market isn't performing as well as it initially was, right? The genre of the game is also constantly repeated, although it has many gameplays. Um, People give a hurried and cursory glance at these games. They quickly get bored and then go find the next one. It's kind of like some sort of cycle, just like new games thrive, but they are built on the death of the old games. So, what features or incentives can be added in your games to relatively avoid this situation and make them more appealing to players, guys?
By the way, this is
Okay.
an open conversation, so you can open your mic at any time and jump in
Uh,
at any time. Yeah.
all right, so jumping in then. Okay. Okay, so yeah, credit to the pioneers of Web3 gaming scene. They introduced play to earn, and like a lot of people got into Web3 as a result. We're at this point where we're gonna have to evolve, and we develop better games per se. So in our case, where we are building a game that will be integrated into metaverse and where there's gonna be a strong social networking aspect to it. That's one thing that would differentiate us. But we also introduce like two new concepts in terms of improving the existing play to earn system. So we are introducing two such concepts, which would be called skill to earn and play to own. So with skill to earn, players can earn rewards by playing various game levels and modes, particularly by honing their skills on these multiple levels. So, PuffGo, there are multiple types of gameplay experiences. It's not just like defeating monsters over and over again. Of course, we're taking a page of Stumble Guys, Fall Guys, of course, and then uh, we're going to put some more priority to the skill aspect of the game, like people who display more, like have a better skill level it would there that would be a bigger factor in your and how you progress in the game and how you actually earn rewards in the process. And then with play to own, you're more incentivized to keep the character that you have and keep on improving that instead of just focusing on like how much you're earning from that character. So the incentive is in earning more substantial items as you progress through the game. And also because we're introducing a social aspect to it in the future with the launch of the metaverse, and even by empowering players to create their own games within this open world we're building. Uh, yeah, you can create your own NFTs and even you can create your own games. And well, if you're mostly passive, you can just there would be idle games that would be for you. If you are more of an active gamer, there's PuffGo where there are many levels and many types of gameplay. If you're more into the social aspect of it or content creation aspect of it, then you can use your NFT to make more NFTs or create more content. So it's many options for people to use to play the game, to use the platform to their own liking. So I guess that's what we're trying to build for this year and beyond. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I really agree with what you're saying, Miko. I think the industry definitely needs to evolve. I think the pioneers set out a precedent or a line in the sand, and then we're kind of like the next generation trying to build on top of that to try and really perfect what is being started. And it's really cool to hear the stuff that you're doing with Puffverse. I think that makes a lot of sense. On our side, I think at least the way we think about it is that it just feels like a lot of games are really optimizing towards the wrong thing. They're optimizing towards short-term gain over long-term potential. And what that means for players is just, very often you have this super high upfront cost to start going, like you participated in some NFT sale or some land sale or something. And so the first thing you think about is how do I make this money back? And then on top of that, you get like maybe they've evolved now, but before you had these guilds who were out there just to try and get people with the sole purpose of just making money. Like the game becomes a job and it becomes a business for someone. And then combined with that as well, you get this whole kind of problem with overinflation because the people who designed the game have probably just forked some model from Axie and they haven't really thought about the economy. I think Isacio, like you mentioned as well, like your side is just one token rather than like this complex mismatch of like two or three or multiple tokens. And that's something we really resonate with too. So a bit of background from ourselves. Our team is split. Some of us come from top studios like Ubisoft and Nintendo and Disney on the gaming side, but there's also another portion of the team, myself included, who used to come from top tier algo trading firms, quant firms, investment banks. I myself spent 4 or 5 years before trading CeFi exchanges, quant trading, and then moving into DeFi arbitrage strategies and things. So we understand the crypto side super, super well. And one of the things we did even before we started building a lot of the game was to work out a very sustainable economy. We actually have this complete real-time analytics system in the background, which indexes all data from off-chain and on-chain and makes recommendations to us on how we can avoid overinflation and what happens if, for example, our one token is emitted too much. We're seeing the price drop too much, and then, okay, we can change some levers in the game in order to make sure that the price is on track and according to our models. So I think that's really key, aside from the fact that the game is super fun to play as well. We just want to make sure that everyone is able to play and without fear that whatever assets they have is going to be worthless next day. The last thing as well is that we've designed this game specifically to only allow the players who have interacted with the system the most being the ones who have the most rewards. So there's nothing for free in the game. You can't just, as in you can play the game for free, but you can't just come into the game and expect to earn all the top NFTs straight away. Like it's all really dependent on your gameplay. And the idea we're trying to have is that you're enjoying playing the game, and then later on, as you play in the game, the cherry on top is that you get super rewarded for all your efforts and time.
Yes, so I pretty agree with you guys. I think the key thing here is very simple. I think I truly believe we need to focus on the user experience, and we need to build funny games. I think we got like tons of examples if we are looking at all these games that actually we were playing when we were young, you know. And I think it is what we need to do. I mean, we don't have to care much about the economy, and we think and we need to focus on the user experience, on the funny side, you know. And I think in this last cycle, like these games like Axie and all this stuff, actually they didn't focus on user experience. So actually they were thinking on making money, and actually all the users were thinking about it. So I think that's the problem we need to address, and that's why I think we are focusing on this. All the roundtable guys we are talking right here, right now, I truly think that we are focusing on the user experience, and I think we need to motivate the user to play just for fun and not to make money. That's the most key thing right here. And from our side, I mean, the most unique thing we are offering is the BTC we are mining. I could eventually talk about tons of stuff, but actually what it makes us different is the BTC we are offering to users. We are incentivize the users to join our tournaments, because eventually we are gonna organize one BTC tournament. So actually, yeah, there will be a cost in order to join the tournament, but actually it is a way to incentivize users to play the game. And another reason we are working with a professional game studio is that we need to make the game a funny one, because otherwise the people will leave. And it is what happened to other GameFi projects that raised in the last cycle, and actually it is the reason that nowadays they are dead. So yeah, I think we need to focus on the user. We need it is pretty simple for the founders, for us. We got tons of examples of the games we were playing like 20 years ago, and most of them were free, so, and they were success because of that, because they were free and they were fun, and that's all. We don't have to think about we need to care about the economics, because the game needs to be sustainable for sure. But I think we need rather to focus on the user experience and make the game fun. It's very simple.
Yes, 100% agree.
Yeah, let's keep digging to deepen this topic. There's a phenomenon that some veteran speculators, or we can say KOLs, are always sniffing around new potential games and guiding their followers to rush in at the early stage of a game. When the game is in a saturated state, people just live away and find another one. This leads to another way. Many people say that GameFi is dead because blockchain games only pump and dump, like in-game AMTs, devaluation, and etc. So, what do you guys think about this?
I mean, I think the statement that GameFi is dead is maybe half true. I think the first iteration of GameFi maybe is dying just because everyone copied one model. They forked some contracts, they added a skin on top, and then they released it as a game, and then they just ran off with the funds. I think what's happening is, and what everyone else on this panel seems to be agreeing on as well, is that the next layer of user experience and teams that actually want to build something cool is coming ahead. And I think that's a really exciting kind of journey. I think before, the problem is that people were just seeing games almost as other DeFi protocols. Like there's some like token or multiple tokens. You're buying the token or the NFT at some kind of discount, and then you're looking to just flip it on the market. And then there's a bunch of guys who, for example, seed liquidity on a pool, and then they pull liquidity as soon as everyone else is like joined, and that's kind of, and then people realize that actually I'm just holding something that's worthless, and I wouldn't, I don't know about you guys, but I just wouldn't call that a game. I would call that a scammy DeFi protocol, like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, sorry, sorry, Zach. Anyway, well, I wouldn't really be one to pass judgment on a lot of these, the first iterations of GameFi, because people act according to their incentives, and of course, with crypto, with Web3, crypto involved, there's always going to be a question of value and stuff. What we can focus on is what I think our philosophy at Puffverse is that the focus will should still also be on how to create solutions that will last. So that's why in our approach, well, we could just stop with having a game, just shilling it to interested parties and stuff. But in terms of these kinds of things, it's better to build long term, and especially in this situation where people are, let's admit it's quite a down market right now. It's not just GameFi, but everywhere else in crypto. But what we saw over the past 5 years is that the people who constantly build during the lean periods are most likely the ones who are going to be at a stronger position when things start picking up again. This is why, in our case, we just didn't stop at the game, and we didn't really limit ourselves to pay to earn. We explored more the novel, like newer ways to improve upon what's existing in the market and adding elements that would fit our game well, like the social aspect of it, the metaverse, the empowering people to create their own content. And yeah, we're actually open to the prospect that the best games that we're gonna come out of our platform will be from our users, and we're gonna be happy with that because we help once we get this platform up and running, and then people are empowered to create their own games, and then it's something that would be a better result for everyone because instead of just chasing the monetary value of things, you just focus on creativity, on social connections, on having a more holistic benefit for everyone, not just the value of a token or an NFT, but the like I would say it's probably like the real value is with the friends we make and the games we play along the way.
Yeah, that's some good point. What about Kaze?
Did you mean Zasio, by the way? Did you mean
Oh,
me?
sorry.
Just checking.
Sorry, Ignacio. I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So my opinion is very similar to others. I mean, I think that the tough thing here is I'm pretty sure, 100% sure that in a bull market, in 1-2 years onwards, if the market is back and the market is strong, even the most shitty project in the world will allow users to make money. And actually, we are, I think, when the things going well, we are pretty blind, So actually, right now we are talking about, yeah, we need to focus, we need to build. As a founders, we need to focus on the user experience. We need to work hard, just not to commit and to make the mistakes committed in the past. But I'm pretty sure that all the users in a bull market with a good conditions are gonna invest in shitty projects. So actually, I think it is a matter of responsibility among us. I mean, we need to build new things, just to propose and to avoid making the same mistake than others made in the past. But the tough thing here is, okay, we are gonna make like a huge effort on building things very well, but in a bull market, in a market with good conditions, everybody is gonna invest in shitty projects, So maybe the city project that is aside you and it is actually worse than yours is gonna be very and more successful than you, And actually, it is pretty hard to yeah, to be aware of that, because yeah, we need to care about the user. We need to uh, make new things, not to make the same mistakes. But actually, it is pretty hard because when things going very well, nobody cares about your project, about the funny it is, about the ecosystem, about the economics behind. So I think it is a matter of responsibility among users and among founders as well. So yeah, it's my opinion concerning this topic. For sure, there are like influencers that care about themselves only. That's sure, but I think as investors, we think we are. We need to be very wise and smart people and try not to get scammed by these scammers because they care only about themselves. So it is hard because in a bull market, everybody's gonna make money, and everybody's gonna make a game successful. Everybody's gonna do things well, but then the bear market will come again, and let's see what happens. But it is tough right now because the situation is not very easy for founders. I don't know, guys, if you agree with me, because the market situation, well, and then it is tough to think, okay, we are making a huge effort, and then maybe in the future, nobody cares about it. Maybe a project like Axie Infinity, a project that it is empty because it is nothing actually. It is just clicking on a character and that's all. Maybe a project like that will be more successful than yours, and it is very hard, to have this in mind right now, especially under this market situation. But well, life is life. Life is hard.
Yeah, life is hard. So, how about let's try to jump out of this cycle and look forward a bit into the future? Let's imagine this. What does Web3 look like in 2023 and 2033 to you? What is the next trend in crypto and Web3? Let's imagine this. Kasi, I saw you open the mic.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested in this topic too. So I think first of all in 2023, I think what we'll see, and I think it's super exciting because what's happened is that a lot of the noise has been kind of a little bit muted because of the market. And what has happened is the projects that have, exactly as Isacio has said, just kind of put their heads down and just worked through the whole of the bear market. They're the projects that are going to start shining in 2023. And I think there's loads of projects I'm seeing that are doing awesome work. So there's loads and loads of stuff that's coming up. So that's really exciting. I think further afield, I mean, I don't know about you guys, like the way I kind of see blockchain is that it's a really cool new technology. But it's similar to, machine learning, AI, big data, all the other kind of technologies that came before it as well. I think it's very revolutionary and it's got loads and loads of applications and principles. But I think that the problem right now is the way that it integrates into our daily lives is just not profound. Like everyone has to have a wallet. Everyone has to think about the infrastructure. You maybe need to know a little bit about looking up things in Etherscan or somewhere else. It's just not optimized. So something that I'm really excited about personally is just trying to bridge that gap between the ordinary user and the technology. Like as an example is like if you play League of Legends on PC right now, like you don't care about what data packet is being sent to what server. Like you don't need to kind of approve data that's going through. And it's kind of like insane to me that, everyone feels like it's the norm to connect a wallet and then switch to a network and then sign some stuff that you probably don't really care about, just to be able to have access to a game, for example. So something that we're trying to solve a little bit on our side, but something that I'm really looking forward to is just having it being really seamless and blockchain just only having the good points and not the weird fiddly stuff in between.
Yeah, totally. Anyone else want to share their thoughts?
Yeah, if I had to bet for something, I would say artificial intelligence. The way we can integrate this in a game, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know. But I think it is the trendy right now with all this chat GPT stuff and all of these kind of things. I think it is the trend right now. It occurred the same with the metaverse like 1 year, 2 years ago. Everyone was concerned and building around the metaverse, and then Facebook and metaverse search are plunging day after day. So it looks like now there's nobody care about the metaverse. So I think maybe in 2023 the trend is artificial intelligence. The way we can integrate this in a game, I don't know, but maybe if I had to find a project right now, it will be related to AI, or at least the name I will choose for the project. It will be something related to AI, but to be completely honest, just joking apart. I don't know how to integrate this, but maybe it is a good idea to build around this, because it's on the news every day, and well, it is a complex thing, I guess. But yeah, it is a trend right now, so maybe it's a good idea to build around this for the 2023.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely with everything that's going on with Chat GPT and AI. I think I remember like Elon Musk posted one tweet about something like Chat GPT is scary AI. Like it's so intelligent that it almost compares to human and even better.
But it's
So,
also
yeah.
useful. Like he can help me with my paperwork.
But what about but what if like ape together strong and AI is going to defy human like that?
We will see.
Yeah, we will see. We'll have to wait and see. What about Miko?
Yeah, my fellow speakers have brought up good points about coming up with better integrations of blockchain that would allow people to not really think about servers and like the different wallet systems. And then there's a good point also about AI that would probably play a factor in the whole scheme of things. This is this would this I know this is like a question, more of a speculation, but what I can speak of is uh like the things that we are building, because I believe that the future is best shaped by those who build it. So we're just gonna build what we know. We know mobile games, we know social interactions, we know how to make cute games, make NFTs more engaging. So that's the strength that we're gonna rely on, and that's the power that we're gonna harness to to have our say at the future, whether it's 2023, 2033, or 3033, so to speak. So yeah, in our plans, like we're building the game, currently in beta version, Puff Go and Puff Town, and then we're gonna come up with a token. We got out with the beta versions of the game first, so that people can see a glimpse of what we're trying to build. So there's gonna be a token. There's gonna be a Puff token. We're gonna reveal more details about it soon. And then we're gonna introduce the social aspect of these games, so that more people can enjoy together, and have more customizations to the characters that they've come to love through the game. And then later in the year, start. We're gonna launch the other product, which would be Puffland and Puff World, which would be the platforms where people can build their own games, people can explore content creation in the metaverse. Yes, I know metaverse is kind of a muted. The hype about the metaverse is kind of muted now, but we believe that it's still an important aspect to build upon. Not just because something is out of trend doesn't mean that it's not important anymore. Actually, it would probably be In some ways, it's actually good. In our case, that metaverse is probably underhyped right now because it allows us to build in silence and just come up with a good product in the end without, you know, without the hype misjudging the true value that we're building in Puffverse. So I guess that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, the future is exciting, and I like those predictions. Maybe some expectations in the near future are much more realistic and helpful. So our next and last topic is: do you have any big plan or next major milestone to look forward to, guys? Who want to be the first to share your?
Yeah, I'll probably just continue with my point earlier. I did mention about the milestones that we're trying to achieve this year for Puffers, right? I mentioned something about releasing the official versions of Puff Go and Puff Town. There are going to be official versions of that alongside our planned launch of the Puff token in the first half of this year, and continuing to enhance the product so that people can start playing it well and enjoying it with friends. And then in due time, what we aim to do is we're going to introduce the metaverse aspect of it and the user generated content platform for it on the latter half of the year, which would be the Puff World, the social fi aspect, the decentralized ID. Uh, so that's gonna come in at least the fourth quarter of 2023. So that's like our prospect for the near future. But in the near future, actually, it's happening right now. I did say that we released the beta versions of Puff Go and Puff Town, right? So right now, the NFTs that you need to use for the games are already available on our website, Puffverse.pro. And then they're also available on OpenSea. Just search for Puff Genesis, and then we also have NFTs on Binance NFT. So that's what you need to get to enter the games, explore the sneak peeks that we have of what we're building, and we're actually rewarding people for being early adopters of these games. We currently running the Chinese New Year event where we're giving out thousands of dollars worth of rewards in the form of coins, diamonds, and like we're giving limited edition NFTs for those who have bought a certain amount of NFTs from the marketplaces where we're offering these NFTs. So yeah, that's I guess that's the long and short of it in terms of the near future. And we're looking forward to seeing what everyone's gonna be building right now in this environment where the hype is gone, but we still gotta build. So we still gotta build. We still gotta support each other because when you focus on building, uh, it's gonna the current projects that we're gonna be working on are gonna continue to improve, and Web3 will be better for it and will actually reach the point where it's undeniable instead of being seen as something that people might have doubts about it. So yeah, that's how I would conclude this part of the question. Thank you.
Thank you. Kase, I saw you open your mic.
And
I'm
then
always too quick with the button. Yeah, we got some really interesting stuff coming up. So at the moment, we're doing a bunch of playtests. They're pretty regular with the community because we really want to hear your thoughts. So to get involved in those, please just kind of join our Discord or our Twitter or visit our website at portalfantasy.io. The next big milestone that's coming up very soon is the closed beta. So that will be almost the full version of the game. Like you'll go in and be able to do a lot of stuff, way more than the playtests. And that's coming very, very soon as well. And then it's launch. So very, very excited about that too. And in the meantime, if you kind of can't wait until then we also have a webcomic series, which is on our website at portalfantasy.io. And we also have a mini game where you can play. It's called Portal Combat. It's combat with a K. .portalfantasy.io. And then you playing that, you can kind of win some great prizes, some early access stuff, and compete in our leaderboards before the game launches.
Izatio, do you want to go next?
Yeah. So from our side, we've been working in the project for more than 2 years right now. So actually, all the test phase and all this stuff we conducted the last year. We actually sent the beta version of the roguelike game to thousands of users through our video game studio. So actually, all the game, at least the beta version, is already tested. So it is actually ready to be launched. All the NFTs are created, ready to be sold, because we are gonna conduct an NFT sale in the near future. So actually, when I'm talking to people, I always say the same: we are ready. All the stuff we need to prepare is done. It is prepared right now because we've got like more than 2 years so far to prepare them, to prepare all the information and all the stuff. So actually, what we are waiting for is for the market. Once the market is back, once the market or at least looks like the market is recovering, we are gonna be here.
Sorry, Izatio.
But due to time limit, we're gonna have to cancel the live Q&A section. But the giveaways are still on. The rewards will send to random snapshots. We will announce later. So thank you so much for sharing your insights, and we're really looking forward to more exciting updates from you guys. And this has been a cool space as always. Okay.
So glad to get connected with you all, and I hope everyone listening has got something out of this roundtable and got to know more about our amazing guest speakers and their awesome projects. Just in case this is your first time tuning in, BitMetis is building a cross-game infrastructure to provide efficient, secure,